Have you noticed that no matter how hard you work, your paycheck seems to disappear faster than ever? Rent goes up, food goes up, gas goes up, but your paycheck stays the same. You feel like you're running on a treadmill and getting nowhere. This video is for you. Now, here's the hard truth. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand that, right now, inflation, rising costs, everything is going up. You know, do you remember? I remember I was telling my kids the other day, I remember when gas was like 87 cents a gallon, right? Those were the days you can go and put $20 in your car and fill up the whole tank. Now, that's a laughable joke. It doesn't even seem real anymore. We're not even going to talk about groceries, right? A pack of meat costs $50 almost now. You know, drinks, everything has gone up. Everything has gone up. And what's crazy is these jobs put people in a place that you do nothing or you can do nothing but struggle. Comment below. Let me know how long you have been working a job and if you've ever felt at any point in your life while collecting a paycheck that you were actually ahead. Let me know. It's the hardest truth, man, that I just had to accept. I didn't want to accept it at first, but trading time for money has a ceiling. You know, it's not possible for you to advance, for you to take care of everything that you need to take care of if the only thing that you're doing is trading time for money. You need another stream of income. It's not even a want anymore. These days, you need another stream of income. You can't afford to be afraid. You can't afford to be scared. You can't afford to be skeptical. Because only thing those things will do is keep you in the same place. But trading time for money, it's sad, and I talk about this all the time, man. I have aunties and uncles who are literally in their 60s, 70s, working at places like Walmart. And I'm not saying anything is wrong with working at Walmart. I'm not working at Walmart. I'm not saying nothing is wrong with it if you doing it. But if you're in your 70s and your 80s, there is something wrong with you working at Walmart because by 70, 80, things should have been taken care of in a way that you wouldn't have to do that. But because of how America is set up right now, they've made that almost impossible for most people. I don't think it's even fair that people 70s, 80s still working a job. And at that point, what is retirement? Like, think about it. What is retirement really? If you're 70 and you're 80, having to get caught up on bills and having to get caught up on things, having to still borrow money. It's almost like at that point, life is literally over. The problem is not that you're lazy, The problem is that your income has a limit, but your expenses don't. Now, here are common mistakes that most people make. The first mistake, working overtime. Everyone that's working overtime right now, is it helping? It may help about that much, but is it helping? You're missing more time with your family. You're spending more time at a place that you hate. You're doing a job most likely that you really, really can't stand doing every day. You feel stuck. You feel trapped. You don't know what to do. Working overtime. And to me, these jobs trick you with the overtime, right? Like, I remember working a job and they would say, hey, you want some overtime? And they would give me like 30 minutes overtime. But what is 30 minutes overtime if you get paid per hour? That's nothing. So working overtime is not going to do it. The next mistake that I see people making is using credit cards. Now, the way I learned how to use credit cards, it's no mystery that I'm in credit card debt right now, working on it right now. Because the way I learned how to use credit cards is, you got a $5,000 credit card limit, I got $5,000 I could spend right now. Horrible, horrible way to think when it comes to credit. On a credit card, you're only supposed to spend, or you're supposed to, I think it's like 30% of the credit card. So if you have a $5,000 limit, you're not supposed to spend all $5,000 of it. But I wasn't taught that. Were you? The next mistake, taking loans. Now, if you take a loan and you do the right thing with it, meaning start a business, start a way, create an asset, something to create more income. You don't take out a loan to go and, you know, buy more clothes, to go on vacations. That's just dumb. But these are mistakes that people are making while they're in a place at a job, working overtime, not able to make more money, not realizing that your income is limited, but your expenses keep coming in. They keep happening. I know you're sitting there like, okay, Kevin, you've told us a lot about how our life is, but what works? One thing that works is you having skills that create value. See, one thing that people don't understand, everybody thinks that, okay, I got to go and buy a course. If you don't understand how to make more money, why wouldn't you buy a course? Okay, I got to go and join a system. If you don't know how to make more money, why wouldn't you join a system? Okay, I have to invest money. If you are stuck at a dead-end job, spinning in a circle, not making more money, not traveling, not living life on your terms, not doing things the way you want to do them, why wouldn't you invest in yourself? Why would you choose to stay in a place that you complain about to everyone that wants to listen? It doesn't make sense. Think about it. It doesn't make sense. And I understand that because I've been there. Here's another thing that works: a second income stream. Your outcome is the way it is because you don't have more income. You need more income. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not making these videos so you can just join my product, join my business. I could care less if you join my business. I already have the skills. I already know how to market. I already know how to get attention. I already know how to run ads. I already know how to do these things. My business is already working. I've already escaped the 9-to-5 rat race. So I'm not here begging anyone to do anything. But I'm just trying to put some things in your mind. Like, you need another stream of income. A digital asset. An online business. How would it feel to make money while you're sleeping? How would that feel? Have you ever made money while you're sleeping at your 9-to-5 job? Hell no. They're not going to pay you unless you walk in the door and punch that damn clock. You know that, I know that, everybody knows that. I know it sucks, man. I know it sucks. I've been there. I've been there. I've been there, in a place where nothing against God, but it seems like even when you pray, you get no answers. When I was down so bad, I would think like, I would repeat to myself all the time, God doesn't like me. He don't want to see me win. If he wanted to see me win, why would I struggle? Why would I have to deal with this? Let's talk about this. What happens if you do nothing? Another year goes by. Another year goes by where you're not able to go on vacation, where you're not able to buy what you want, you're not able to travel, you're not able to do the things that you want to do, you're not able to have a great Christmas for your kids, you're not able to take them out for their birthday, you're not able to even have a great birthday for yourself. More debt. And this is the crazy thing, right? People around the world go through so many financial issues, but you constantly see them with new clothes, new shoes. They're always out in the club. They're always purchasing, marijuana and alcohol. And, like that part of life continues for most people. It's crazy. More stress. Who wants to stress more, man? Who wants to stress more? More time with family, gone. Who wants to live like that? You? You want to live like that? I didn't. I didn't want to live like that. Last but not least, retirement gets pushed further and further away. I mean, if you're beyond 50, 60, 70, and you're working right now, what is retirement? I heard someone say the other day, they say that we retire after a certain age, but most people don't even make it to that age. So we're supposed to work a 9 to 5 until we get to a certain age, and most people don't make it to that age. Look, if you're looking to build an additional income stream without building a product, without all of the crazy technical work, without all of the crazy posting on social media every single day. Now, understand you do have to build an audience. Come on. But there's ways that you can do it that doesn't take years. It's bigger. It's deeper than just post 5 times a day. No, it's deeper than that. But first, what I want to do is I want to give you access to my free training where I show you how making money online works. Click the video somewhere here. Watch that video. It's a free video training. After you watch that training, now take notes when you watch that training. Then go to the bottom, into your email, in the description, enter your email and watch that free information. Once you understand exactly what's going on, it's going to make sense to you. It's going to click, and then you're going to be ready to go. I'll see you on the next video. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know where you're from in the comments. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.